Trump won the election. What are you going to do? I mean, I guess if you're a
last time
conservative
you
and the
took to
other
the
side wins
streets
the
en
election, then
masse
I guess
around
you try
America.
to overturn it or you try to coup the government like they tried last time. But no, I mean, you're a Democrat. You go back to work. That's all you could do. I mean, wait till the next election. Wait till midterms.
Yeah,
like,
why
do what you
is
can.
that your
Democrats
takeaway,
work?
Piers? That doesn't make any sense.
No, I'll tell you.
Piers Morgan annihilates Destiny on his own show called The Piers Morgan Uncensored Show. And along with Piers Morgan, he brought on some fellow panelists as well. And they go on to discuss various hot topics going on, such as the U.S. election, immigration, as well as border policies. Let's see this debate between Piers Morgan and Destiny.
What's my takeaway?
How
Because
much
I
they
think
respect the election results. It's so weird.
No, because last time you didn't. Last time you took to the streets in massive numbers and city after city around America protesting and screaming about Trump. This time there's been nothing. It just makes me think you've all lost the stomach for the fight.
I feel like last time you told me that people were crying on the internet.
What's that, Luke?
I think last time we went over this, you said that there are a lot of liberals crying and we're sensitive and we're combusting.
Well, there's a few of you left on the internet,
okay,
but that's about it. But when it comes to any sort of...
We're going to get to work on trying to oppose his bad policies when they pop up. There's just no need to have the MAGA-type hyperbolic reaction where you get violent or where you question the results for 4 years and stuff like that.
Right. You don't think that's how you all reacted in 2016 when you won?
Do you think that's how the conservatives acted in 2020 when they tried to steal the election?
Well, 2020...
That'll be overturned, by the way.
Well, just to be clear, Trump did, in my
The 2020
estimation...
election?
Just to be clear, Trump did not have the election stolen. Trump lost the election in 2020 because of the pandemic. I told him this to his face. Caitlin, this whole issue of the border, I mean, it is staggering that nearly 10 million people came in illegally in the Biden administration, the 4 years. I mean, staggering.
Yeah, Piers, I'm sitting here in Manhattan where Tom Homan recently had a meeting with Democrat Mayor Eric Adams, who announced that we have 500,000 missing migrant children on the border. That number started at 100,000 and went up to 300,000, and now the number they're giving us is 500,000, which leads me to believe that number's closer to 1 million children that are missing on the border. So that should really concern all Americans.
10 million by the end of the conversation?
7-year-old,
Jesus.
It's kind of funny how Destiny just over-exaggerated the number, going from like 500,000 up to like 10 million. But yeah, like regarding like the topic that they're talking about with like immigration and the border, you know, I personally think that like the immigration issue that's going on right now, I understand like the frustration that the American citizens have because like, you know, they're allowing in like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of immigrants into this country within like the span of like a year. And when you do that, like it can disrupt the economy, it can disrupt like the job market. And just like on top of that, it's like a lot of these immigrants that are coming in, I mean, I don't quote me on this, but I feel as though like a lot of them are not being properly vetted and they're not doing thorough background checks on these immigrants that are coming in. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on the matter. Yeah, it seems like Piers Morgan's, you know, doing a good job allowing his panelists to all have their own time to speak. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny how Destiny just blurted out the 10 million.
You had a 7-year-old that was just murdered by an illegal alien. She's part of the Black community, a 7-year-old. You didn't see Kamala Harris taking to Twitter, where she took to Twitter to talk about George Floyd dying over 24 times. She didn't mention the 7-year-old's name not once. Where's BLM now, Piers? And you want to call this MAGA hyperbole or narrative? Really, is it MAGA hyperbole when Laken Riley was murdered, when Molly Tibbetts was murdered? When Rachel Morin was murdered? What about these young
of people
women
dying
that were
to illegal immigrants, and it's like the same name brought up for a whole year? Do we not have any new people killed by illegals, or what?
Oh, do those lives not matter? Do those lives not matter?
Nobody else died but Laken Riley. She's the only one, or they all named Laken Riley. What the fuck?
All right, Destiny, out of interest, how many illegal immigrants...
I'm sure her family will appreciate that.
Yeah, listen, out of interest, Destiny, how many illegal immigrants would you be comfortable coming in to America next year, 2025?
I mean, the ideal number is as close to 0 as possible.
Okay, so you agree with Trump?
No, because Trump isn't doing anything to address the illegal immigrant problem.
Would he like it to be 0 as well? So you agree, in principle, you agree.
I'm sure you'll...
Trump
I'm sure
doesn't
everyone's
know. We don't have a problem in this country right now. For anybody that cares, and I know
Hang on, don't talk over each other. Let Destiny answer. Destiny?
Yeah, no, we don't. The issue that we have right now is not with illegal immigrants. It's going to be fixed with a stupid wall. The issue that we have right now is with the asylum-seeking process. Donald Trump and all the MAGA people are too stupid to even understand how the process works. So we're never going to fix it under Trump, unless the Democrats manage to push some legislation that the Republicans agree with, and Trump stumbles into.
And you think you got fixed under the Democrats, do you, in the last 4 years?
I kind of have to agree with what Destiny is saying here. Trump keeps on talking about how he's going to fix their border and the immigration issue, but no one's entirely sure whether or not he can actually pull it off. And it's the one thing to actually say that you're gonna fix something, but it's another thing to actually go out and do it. They're two completely different things. And here I just kind of cut off the point where Piers Morgan was gonna interrupt Destiny, but pretty much they're just gonna probably end up doing something about the immigration issue and the border policy once Trump gets into office. But I'm not entirely sure that he will, live up to his promise of clearing out all of the illegal immigrants. I think he'll probably get a good amount of them out, a good chunk of them out. There's still going to be some illegal immigrants here in this country, even after he leaves office after 4 years. It will help the immigration problem, but I don't think he'll 100% solve it completely. So I think that's kind of what Destiny is saying here. He won't completely solve it, but he'll at least do something about it.
No, but they had a bill that was ready to go in the House and the Senate, and Biden was ready to sign it, and then Trump pulled the plug on it. So
it's Trump's fault.
Trump, who
okay,
wasn't
quickly,
in
can I
office.
just jump in?
Definitionally is.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz, Mitch McConnell, people, Langford
quickly.
came out and literally said, yes,
All right,
we had a bill
Luke,
ready to go.
Luke,
Donald Trump pulled the plug on it.
I'm sure we'll all be happy that we've seen a massive plummet in border crossings in the last few months. And to the point that's previously made, there was legislation that could have done more. But even aside from that, there's been massive progress made. So Trump
how
would be
has there
inheriting a
been
situation
progress made if
even
Trump
better
stopped any? Well, hang
than-
on. If Trump
than what-
stopped
but
any
but then I wanna
sorry,
say-
hang on, Luke.
yeah.
If Trump stopped any progress, how are you making progress in the last few months?
No,
Explain
I'm
to me.
saying after finally, which I think they should have learned this lesson earlier, finally Democrats realized they weren't going to get support from Congress. Then Biden did what he could just through the executive
So why
branch.
didn't you do that before?
Yeah, I agree with you. He should have done it earlier.
Right,
But he was thinking we could do a
So it
more
wasn't Trump's
systemic
fault. It was just
solution.
bad
hold on,
politics
don't even-
by
wait,
a
that's
president
not-
who's
we
asleep
could
at the
do more.
wheel.
The issue with doing
Systemic
things right
solution.
now,
Yeah.
the issue right now, we're crying over border wall stuff being sold. The issue with doing things by executive order is that things that can be done with executive order can be rescinded with executive order.
Right.
This way that we've approached border and immigration policy through presidential actions is insane. We need legislation from Congress. We need bills, comprehensive bills that are going to address the problem, not these temporary actions that the president can do via executive order. We shouldn't champion when that happens. Republicans used to be opposed to all of this encroaching federal power from the executive branch, but I guess now when it's Donald Trump, they celebrate it.
And then one just little stat to end us with,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll also credit the Biden administration with releasing less migrants with criminal records in the country than the Trump administration. You can look
I think
that
when you let in 10 million illegal immigrants in 4 years, you don't really get
I'm just
to make
saying
any,
less
you
undocumented
don't, you
immigrants
don't
with
get to
criminal
take any
records
victory
than
laps,
Trump.
Luke. Sorry. I'm afraid that's
You're
it.
saying your concern was about criminals, okay?
My concern is about safety and security, as always. You've got to have a
And I'm
secure
saying
border.
that Trump actually released
As
more
Ronald
undocumented
Reagan
immigrants with
said, if you
criminal
don't have
records.
a secure border, you don't have a country. We've got to leave it there.
I don't think you
Always
heard
good
me.
to talk to you all. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, I feel like Destiny's kind of right here. You can't just have a bunch of executive orders to temporarily fix a problem. By doing that, you're kind of just putting a bandage on a wound that needs stitches and proper healing over time. Sorry about the stupid metaphor, but that's just kind of how I viewed it. And yeah, Piers Morgan also was going on talking about how Luke Beasley was contradicting himself, and it, I guess, apparently seemed like he was, but yeah, I think Destiny kind of nails it here, and I think it might seem like he was going a bit off the script and going a bit unhinged. He still kind of put his point across, and I think he did a pretty good job standing his ground and sticking to his own ideas and opinions and things like that. So yeah, definitely a interesting topic, and definitely sparks a lot of debate between opposing viewpoints. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what Trump does once he takes office, which is tomorrow, actually. Today's the 19th. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this debate. That was on the Piers Morgan Uncensored show. If you guys like this commentary and these kind of videos, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be sure to share more content like this with you guys. So yeah, take care.